What a game between the Matildas and the Lionesses this week, but well done to the Lionesses who have taken the win. I'm a little bit disappointed about that. It's 12:30 in the afternoon and I'm Liz Jones, Managing Director at People2People UK and your host of P2P UK Live. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn and Twitter, so don't forget to follow us. And on today's show, we're going to have a look at the stat of the week, which this week we're going to look at why employees are quitting. We're going to take a look at the hot jobs in the UK, New Zealand and Australia. We'll take a look back at a recent conversation between Group Managing Director Mark Smith and recruitment consultant Jess O'Brien to discuss the topic of courageous conversations in the workplace, and then we'll take a look at the Twitter poll results. Okay, the stat of the week this week is about why employees are quitting, and the key routes of resignation you can see here that are trending the highest are lack of career opportunities, pay and management, stressful working conditions, work-life balance and a non-supportive culture are not far behind. 66% of employees would stay longer in a job if it was easier to change jobs internally. 81% would stay longer if they had more help with their workload. And I love this last one, the side hustle is on the rise with 76% of Gen Zs and millennials saying that they are looking to pursue a side hustle. Do you have a side hustle? I'd love to hear what it is. Let me know in the comments. That is it for the stat of the week. Okay, taking a look at some hot jobs in the UK right now. This first job is for a personal tax review senior based in London, southeast London, and it's paying £38,000 to £45,000. We are looking for somebody who can review self-assessment tax returns for private clients, reviewing tax computations related to CGT, and reviewing tax advice to tax planning. We really want someone who's bachelor degree qualified in accounting and finance or a related field, and ideally CTA qualified, 3 to 5 years experience. This role is being managed by Anthony Ross, and you can catch him on anthony.ross@people2people.co.uk. The next role we have, so another role in southeast London for a technical designer. This is a contract position paying a daily rate of £170 to £200 daily. You'll be playing a crucial role in turning conceptual office designs into detailed technical plans that can then be executed to the construction team. We really need somebody for this role who has a proven experience as a technical designer or a similar role and a strong portfolio showcasing the office design and building projects. This role is being managed by Maddie Lang, and you can catch her on maddie.lang@people2people.co.uk. And that's it for the UK jobs. Okay, looking across the border now, or all the way across to the other side of the world, I should say, in New Zealand, in Auckland, we are looking for a health and safety coordinator, managing the shared inbox of HSW incidents, assisting in reporting national significant incidents and tracking and coordinating actions for the OCC health and safety GMs. We really want somebody with the ability to collaborate in a nationally distributed team, and familiarity with the health and safety principles is preferred. This role is being managed by Kirsty Hannigan, and you can catch her on kirstyh@frogrecruitment.co.nz.
Happy Monday, LinkedIn. We're currently recruiting for a reception/administrator for a team based down in Kwinana. This position is based within a shopping centre in centre management, which will see you assisting with reception, general administration, incoming phone calls, customer queries, and more. This is a Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. position, and it will see you through to late September. Previous office work or customer service will be considered for this position. If you are interested, please contact myself on 0861606206 for more info or a confidential chat today.
But let's talk about the perils of remote working. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so essentially with the influence of remote working, in the last couple of years across all sectors, we have seen that it's essentially here to stay. But with that, we have seen a certain level of employee disengagement with remote working. So we are finding that at times some employees, particularly new starters, would tend to disengage when being onboarded remotely. And really it's technology poses kind of an added layer and that makes it a bit more difficult to have those difficult conversations around performance management and professional development in the workplace. So what we're really trying to do is tackle that.
Yeah, it's certainly the topic of the moment, where the idea of working from home and for both the employee and the employer, there's a disconnect, isn't there? And sometimes you've got to have these difficult conversations about it. So you also did a LinkedIn poll recently, didn't you?
Yes.
About working from home. Tell me more about that one.
Yeah, so I pitched it to my LinkedIn network and asked, what do you think in terms of having those organic one-to-ones with your manager? Would you prefer that to be remote or in person? And 86% said that they would prefer that to be in person. So yeah, really one-to-ones. And I guess giving a space to have that organic discussion on, maybe what's going on in your life or your professional development. Really, the masses prefer to have that in person. So that's what we're trying to work towards. And that's why I think the event will be a strong kind of focus on that.
Very, very. So there'll be some useful tips, some takeaways on how to actually have conversations about that. Interestingly, I heard a client just yesterday had somebody resign because they were fully remote, and then they brought in an enforced hybrid model 3 days a week, and one of their people resigned. Just 2 days later, going, no, that's it. I'm not doing that. I'm out. Have you had that experience at all?
Yes, definitely, particularly in the legal market. Look, being within legal support, it depends on the practice area, but certain practice areas like litigation, it really is important that you are in the office to all kind of work together, and it's obviously a fast-paced environment. So we are finding a lot of firms are moving back to a 5 days in the office model, which definitely has caused some movement in the market for sure. Certain people definitely want to keep that working from home.
Okay, so so there's a lot to take away there. So if anybody wants to have a chat to you about maybe the legal market, or these perils, or even about the event, how would they get in touch with you there, Jess?
They can get in touch with me on the details below. So 0282709750 is my direct number, or pop you an email through to jessica@people2people.com.au.
Fantastic. Well, thank you once again for joining us here on P2P Live, and hope to see you again soon.
Some really interesting tips there and advice. And look, if you're in a situation at work where you're not quite sure what to do, give us a call. That's what we're here for. You can contact us on any of the numbers on our website or on the screen. It's time to take a look at the Twitter poll results. Okay, so last week we had, would you consider job hopping as a career progression strategy? And 59.3% have said yes. Next week, if you'd like to get involved, the Twitter poll is, how many times have you changed a job in the last 12 months? So none, stayed at the current job, changed jobs once, twice, more than 2 times. Really keen to know. That is it for P2P UK Live this week. Looking forward to seeing you next week, 12:30 Friday.